One of the art tropes on social media I absolutely despise is the "I fixed it" trope. For those that aren't aware, essentially the "I fixed it" trope, it typically has a character who is very scantily clad, or is scantily clad, or is generally just considered dressed in a way that would be considered sexy, and then someone will take that image, will take the original image, and just color and just like draw or scribble essentially over the parts that aren't clothed, or either aren't clothed, or they'll scribble over the outfit and make something different in some way. And then they'll be like, "Hey, look, I fixed your art." It's a dumb trope, but it's a trope that exists, sadly. So, that being said, today I'm fixing the Master Sword. Wait, hold on. What do you mean by fix? Well, I have a drawing tablet, so I kind of figured I could redraw it in a way that would maybe more accurate to a real sword, or, just give it a different design. Didn't Shadiversity do that video a year ago? Oh. Well, show me the video. After all, he can't have covered everything. Maybe I know something he doesn't. He thought of everything. And more I don't even know about. Guess I gotta come up with another video. Well, not necessarily. He does reply videos, and while he may have covered everything on a practicality standpoint, he can't have covered everything on a design standpoint. I mean, after all, it is a weapon made by the goddess. It has to look better than, well, this. Where did you get that? Oh, this? I just found it in a triangular rock out in the woods while I was hiking. Figured it would look cool in my room, so I decided to grab it. Anyway, I want to go slay some robots. See you later. Yeah, okay. So, Shadiversity is a channel based on medieval history, and also just general weapon analysis. And about a year ago, he made a video on the Master Sword, where he made 3 different designs of the Master Sword. One that was just the Master Sword, but it was more realistic. One that slightly changed the design to be more practical and make sense for the lore around the sword. And the last to try and make it a bit more aesthetic than the other designs, implementing an old game model to fill empty space where he moved the design feature. Specifically, moving the most significant symbol in the Legend of Zelda games, the Triforce, from the blade where it's more hidden to the hilt where it can be more prominent and respected. But I had some thoughts that I think could enhance the sword and make it look that much better. So I'll be starting where he left off and running with it. So, let's get drawing.
I started by simply redrawing Shad's design on my canvas, starting with just an outline so I could erase the lines as needed, then color it in after. The first thing I wanted was to make the Triforce on the hilt look more like gemstones, as this makes it closer to the original design with the diamond. However, I didn't want it to just be gemstones for gemstone's sake, so I decided to add a bit of purpose to them with what the Triforce is meant to represent. The balance of the three key virtues: power, wisdom, and courage. In the series, power is often represented with red, wisdom with blue, and courage with green. So I made the gemstones those colors in the spots of the Triforce that is most often represented with. I then continued to the blade, where I redrew the blade a bit to not have any of the fancy indents or curves. I kept the edges, obviously, but the rest of the blade was just flat. I then added in a design of vines growing around the interior of the blade, illuminated by the goddess energy within. I also wanted vines as it would give a little more purpose to the green wraparound on the handle, as a sort of forest vine or something similar. And so, after some coloring and effects, the new Master Sword was done.
So, for reference, I'll show on screen the original Master Sword, Shad's Master Sword, and now my Master Sword. Obviously, I'm biased, but I really like my design. But let me know what you think down below. And also, please, I really recommend you watch Shadiversity's video. I'll link in the description and at the end and in the end card. And he goes really in depth on the actual design and practicality of the weapon and why he changes things to the way he does. And it's just amazing. But before you go, please like the video. Please like the video if you enjoyed it. I really do appreciate it. You don't know how much likes and things help me gauge both what kind of content you guys like, and also just helps me boost the algorithm a little bit. Not like dislikes are going to do much anymore. Maybe. Who knows? Anyway. But, if you want to support me, the free way to do it would of course be to subscribe. And then if you want to go the extra mile and just show your support that much more, you can also sub to my Patreon. There is a $1 tier, which will give you a shout out at the end of the video, and as well as a extreme $5 tier, which will get your name actually said by me, not just on screen, at the end of each video. And it'll also come with a little avatar that we'll design together for you. That will also scroll across the screen with the other Patreon Extreme members at the end of each video. So, until next time, I'll see you later. And remember to stay awesome.